Hello everyone. All right, welcome back. So if you are new to cybersecurity, don't worry. In this video, we are going to be learning about SQL injection, okay? In the simplest way possible. I try to make these videos really sound simple. Yes. Well, when I first heard about the term SQL injection, sounded like something only hackers and programmers, could understand. But after learning what it actually means, I realized the concept is quite simple. Let's start from the beginning, okay? But before we talk about SQL injection, we need to first understand what a database is. In my previous videos, I discussed about databases, right? Right, so think of a database as a digital notebook, okay? So instead of writing information on paper, websites, they store information in databases. For example, Facebook stores your username, your password, your photos, your messages, okay? An online shopping website would store customer names, product information, and orders, the customer orders, yeah, and also the payment details. Now, all of this information is stored inside a database. Now, how does a website find information inside a database? It uses a language called SQL. SQL simply means structured query language, right? Yeah, as usual, don't let these big names scare you, okay? Structured query language, right? So think of SQL as the language websites use to ask questions from a database. For example, a website might ask, do we have a user called Emmanuel, right? And the database checks and responds. Or the website might simply ask, show me all products in stock. And the database responds with the information, right? So SQL simply, it's simply a way of talking to a database. Now, let's talk about SQL injection. Imagine you maybe walk into a bank and the security guard asks you, what is your account number? The guard expects, a normal account number, right? Yes. But imagine someone just gives confusing information instead of a proper account number. The guard becomes confused and starts, checking, right? Yes. Starts looking at records he shouldn't check. Well, it's similar to SQL injection. A website expects normal information from users. For example, username, password, search terms. But an attacker provides specially crafted input that tricks the application into doing something it wasn't supposed to do. Now, the important thing to understand is this. SQL injection happens, right? Because a website trusts users, or a website would just trust user input so much, too much. There's too much trust in the user input. Let me say that again, okay? SQL injection happens when a website trusts user input too much. Think about a login page. Now you type username, Emmanuel, password 123, okay? The website checks the database and asks, does this user exist? If yes, you are logged in, okay? Simple, that's it. But if the application is poorly designed, attackers may provide unexpected input that changes how the application interacts with the database. Now, the result can be serious, okay? An attacker might gain access to information they should never have seen. in the first place. For example, user accounts, email addresses, customer records, business information. This is why SQL injection is considered dangerous. Now, here's something important. As cybersecurity students, our goal is not to attack websites like our teacher has always told us, okay? Yes, our goal is to understand how vulnerabilities happen so that we can help to prevent them. Think of a doctor. A doctor studies diseases not because they want people to become sick, right? But because they want to cure them. Cybersecurity professionals study vulnerabilities for the same reason. We learn how attacks work so we can protect systems. So, how do developers stop SQL injection? The answer is simple. They should never blindly trust user inputs. Instead, they should validate user input. They should filter unexpected data. You get it? Good. They should use secure coding practices. They should use parameterized queries. They should test their applications regularly. Test regularly. And when developers follow these practices, SQL injection becomes much harder to achieve. Now, let's do a quick recap as usual. Right, so a database is where websites store information. And SQL is the language used to communicate with databases. And SQL injection happens when a website trusts user inputs too much. Attackers may exploit this weakness to access information they should not have access to. And developers prevent SQL injection by validating user input and following secure coding practices. If you remember only one thing from this video, remember this. SQL injection is not a database problem. It is a trust problem. And the website trusted user input when it shouldn't have. And that simple idea is the foundation of understanding SQL injection. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.